to welcome you to the Circus Science Festival of the Sea. Or even the Circus Science by the Sea Festival. This is the correct name. This is our second show here today. Did anyone go to the first show? Oh, what did you think? Great. Go on, you enjoyed it. Woo. There you go. We'll enjoy this one, just a really different show by a world-famous juggler who's just come back from New York and Singapore. He travels all over the world juggling with famous people and in famous places like opera houses and concert halls and massive theatres. So you'll really enjoy this. This is the final show we've got today in Westport. Tomorrow we have a free all-day event on Ackle Island. Who here has been to Ackle Island? Woo! That's where we're from, that's where we're based. So Ted's, anyone know Ted's Bar on Ackle Island? You! That's where we are all day tomorrow with free science circus events. So you're very welcome to join us there. But in the meantime, have a lovely time with Robin Dale's What Stuff Does.
Please note that this is a no-smoking venue. Please ensure that all mobile devices are switched off or on silent mode. Please note that flash photography or recording of this event is not permitted. Now, please take a moment to note the location of the exit nearest to you, and in the unlikely event of an emergency, please comply with the instructions of the theatre staff on duty.
We live in a physical world, which is characterized primarily by the physical objects which we encounter within it. As a species, we have devised and mastered innumerable physical disciplines, from spear throwing to archery, surfing, bowling, card magic. Don't show me. Don't show them. Don't show him. Don't show them. Just here. Got it? What looks like? Now, each of these activities has its own rules and peculiarities, but all are centrally concerned with demonstrating unusual skill in controlling interactions between bodies and objects. I am a juggler, and so my practice is largely concerned with the behaviours of objects, small and light enough to be readily manipulated using the hand. For example, Thank you. I choose to begin with the ping pong ring sequence because it illustrates what I believe are the three central concepts in juggling. 1. The arrangement of action in time and space. 2. The constant fear of dropping. And 3. The interaction of specific properties of specific objects. Specifically, in this case, regarding the shape of the object, and the fact that the space that the object is in is mutually defined by the space that the object is not in, the negative space. Now, this may seem obvious, but in fact, it's your ability to recognize an empty space as a property of a physical object which allows any circus to work. It allows you to perceive relationships between objects which aren't actually interactive. And it's the reason that when I do this, you do that. Because although this is just empty space and this is just a regular flight trajectory of a ball, when I put my arms here, these spaces, in some sense, become properties of my body. And so when the ball goes through them, we have a shared understanding of an interactive event taking place. There's a clear starting point and a clear ending point. And in the middle, there's this illusion of something happening. But it's a trick. It's a trick caused by the negative space. And all of this space, all of this space up here right now is my space. All of this here, this is my space, and this bit over here, this is my space too. All of this up here, all of this right now is my space. And we all know this. Which means that everything beyond the front of the stage is your space. And so if I decide to cross the line into your area, then you can feel how the atmosphere in the room changes. I can create this sense of tension and interactivity without actually having to do anything. And if I decided, for example, to come into your personal space, then the situation could become very uncomfortable. Georgia, you don't have to move. You've got some good negative space here. Okay, just stay still. So under your leg, between the leg and the floor, that's good negative space. And underneath your arm, yeah, that's all around here, that's yours. And inside your jacket, this is all yours. Would you say this is your personal space, Georgia? It's very nice. Okay, I'm going to go back to the stage now. Just slowly leave your personal space, Georgia, and increase the distance between us. There's a nice amount of there, you can sit back down. Now, if you couldn't quite see what I was doing up there, I was exploiting the naturally occurring negative space around Georgia's body in order to demonstrate the illusory nature of juggling. And I think we were all getting that. We're getting that. You were getting that, weren't you, Georgia? Sorry? Yeah. He understood, it's fine. Look. The space that the thing is in is mutually defined by the space that the thing is not in. The time that the thing is in the space that the thing is in is mutually defined by the time that the thing is not in the space that the thing is in, i.e. the time that the thing is in the space that the thing is not in. I'm talking about throwing. Very good. And what I'm getting at, thank you, is that when we create juggling patterns, all we're really doing is arranging actions together so that they fill in each other's spaces. When all of the spaces are filled, we have a full pattern. And further tricks can emerge from a pattern like this through variations in technique. Pathway. Pathway. Oh. Try that again. Pathway. Thank you. Pathway. And performance style. So that's basically juggling. But this show isn't just about showing how good I am at juggling, although I am very good at juggling. No, this show is about consolidating the mechanics of juggling, not just as a means of performance at which, yes, I am brilliant at, but as a means of discovery. Translation of a process from conventional to unconventional application, with the intention of creating new knowledge of and around that process. And if that's our intention, perhaps we should start by asking what happens when we apply these mechanics in the most unconventional, the most unyielding of all possible juggling subjects. Not just a unique object, but a new state of matter. What happens if we try to juggle water?
Oh my God, that is so dangerous, man.
I'll be careful. Now, before I can perform this next part of the show, I will first need to perform what we in the industry call a quick check. Can I have the paddling pool lighting state, please?
No! You asked for it, you get it. Oh, what? Not cool. The reason you can do it.
photos, please.
I thought it was going to get flat. If these, the thing. No, but like, it's better. It's better. It's like better. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't splash me. Oh my, oh how? No, there's water in that one.
Now, I do realise that this doesn't look very juggly so far, but we are still following the same process as we were with the balls. Variation and arrangement of action to create material. Developing a vocabulary which exploits the physical properties of the present elements. In this case, the specific properties of liquid as opposed to solid. For example, the ability to simultaneously spill and not spill.
Put it in the pool, please. Oh, that's why the paddling pool's there. Paddling pool. Juggling. Oh, it's gonna lose all the water. You're losing all your water. You're losing all the water.
But of course, it's not just the properties of the water determining the material here. There's also the properties of my body and the properties of the glasses. Now notice that these properties in turn are not coincidental. This is a designed object. We all know without even thinking that this part is for my hand, this part is for a liquid, and this part is for a flat surface. This is a tool, which is to say that it's designed to offer me specific actions and behaviors, such as holding, pouring, and drinking. Now, another word for these offered actions is affordances. The glass affords the action of holding. It affords the action of drinking. My range of possible behaviors depends on the affordances around me. Right now, those affordances depend on these objects. And so it follows that if I change the objects, then I change the affordances, then I change the behavior. We can see the negative space of the flipchart is given it several new properties in relation to my body.
What
give me that in my hand. Thank you.
Like a nice thing.
So, as we can see, the system of myself having an effect on the flipchart is revealing several, no interrupting, is revealing several new behaviours in the object, and as I have also just demonstrated, there is a reciprocal system of the chart having an effect on myself. Now, of course, what's really happening here is that the properties of the flipchart determined by its negative space are interacting with the properties of my body determined by its negative space. Almost as if the double negative results in a positive deterministic force, and therefore the emergence of systemic affordances which belong not to either object, but to the system itself. Now, this pen is also part of the system, acting as the inflection point in a monotonic causal chain leading from myself to the chart, as well as the audience who provided the pen and whose stunned silence evidences their amazement at the depth and clarity of my analysis. Okay, yeah, I see. I see how that's a problem. Okay, well, any questions? Excellent. I thought that was very clear. So, in summary, each moment in time reveals a complex and interlinking network of systems, and I would argue that the navigation of these systems constitutes not just performance, but the basis of our entire existence. Not just performance, but the basis of our entire existence. Thank you. Let's define the identity of an object as the combination of its properties and its behaviors. Then we can say that as the object moves through different systems, its identity changes. Now, you might say it's not actually changing, not in an objective physical sense. But we don't live in an objective physical world. You see, when we look at the world, we don't really see objects. We see affordances. We see this field of potential actions, and that's what we're interacting with. So the thing is not really the thing. The thing is a part of whatever system it's a part of, and that's the thing. It's like a pack of cards. It's like a pack of cards in a trouser pocket. It's like a pack of cards in a trouser pocket, which isn't actually a pocket at all. It's actually a passage to another pocket. This pocket. You see, a pack of cards is a system. 52 unique symbols comprised of 4 unique sets of 13 unique values. A pack of 51 cards like this is an incomplete system. It cannot do what a pack of cards does, and so in a way it's not really a pack of cards at all. And a single card on its own, well, we all know that the card is only the card as a part of whatever system it's a part of. And when I gave you that card, both you and the card became a part of my system, of this system. And in this system, the value on the card doesn't actually matter at all. In this system, all that matters is that all of us know that that card belongs here.
Okay, you're not even talking.
Thank you you so much for volunteering. That's wonderful. You can stand right here. That's so good of you to volunteer. I can't believe that worked. What's your name, please? Yvonne. Nice to meet you, Yvonne. I'm Robin. Yvonne, this is everybody. They're very nice. She's not done anything yet. Now, Yvonne, I need your help to demonstrate the power of emergent systemic affordances. Can you do that? You'll try. Excellent. That's all I asked, actually. That's great. Now, here's one I made earlier. Great. You'll read that. It's a bit scruffy. You can read that. This flipchart. Okay, great. Yvonne, could you put these for a moment? Great. This is a set of interactive elements which we are interested in investigating. They are M for P for paddles, and B for balls. Right. This is a set of randomized manipulation systems comprised of these elements, which I have rehearsed and reordered in order to create this short and unconventional ping-pong juggling routine. Now, Yvonne, I'm going to ask you to do an easy thing followed by a hard thing. The easy thing, let's do one step forwards and maybe away from the pool. Let's not have you falling in the pool. Great. An easy thing followed by a hard thing. The easy thing is to hold these signs like you are so everybody can see them. Great. Could you do one step that way, actually? Thank you. Sorry. Great. Hold them so that everyone can see them. When I say next slide, take the front one, put it to the back, therefore revealing the next system. Easy, right? We'll get to the hard bit. Are you ready? It's okay. Yeah. System 1. System 1. Myself having an effect on the paddle, having an effect on the ball. Next slide, please, Yvonne. System 2. I create a system of the two paddles and the ball, which I then manipulate. Next slide, please, Yvonne. Myself having an effect on one paddle, which is having an effect on the ball, while myself simultaneously having an effect on the other paddle. It looks like this. Okay, I'm going to let you figure them out for yourself from now on. Next slide, Yvonne. Ooh. Yeah, you got it. Next slide, please, Yvonne. We got that. Okay, that was an easy one now, okay? Next slide, please, Yvonne. Next slide, please. This was much easier when I had hair. Yeah. Next slide, please, Yvonne. Oh. Yeah, we got it. Oh. Next slide. Next slide. last system, Yvonne. Okay, let's turn this 90 degrees. In fact, I'm just going to take this off you and free up your hands quickly. Yvonne, this is the last system. It's a little bit more complicated than the other one, so I'm just going to talk us through it quickly. We have myself having an effect on P, which is having an effect on, the ball has an effect on the volunteer. Yes, very good, that's Yvonne, this is you, Yvonne, you're here. The volunteer has an effect on myself. That entire system has an effect on A, that's you, the audience. Now, Yvonne, what's going to happen in a moment is that I will hit the ball and I will throw the paddle. I will catch the paddle. You will catch the ball. I will spin around. You will spin around. You will throw the ball back to me. I will do this. These guys will go crazy, thus completing the system. Right? Okay. Are you ready?
I go crazy.
I'm not ready. I'm trying to build the tension. You see, it's working, look. Actually, can we have that one of these? Just a little. Oh, right. What is an object? What is a ball or a glass? Or a ping-pong ball? Or a paddling pool? Or a flipchart? And so what am I? Today we have visited many different objects, some in their natural environments and some not. We have learned that when we ask what a thing is, what we're really asking is what a thing does. And that what a thing does depends on its role in whatever system it's a part of. We have seen that when the system changes, what the thing does changes. And that when what the thing does changes, what the thing is changes. What it is what it does. What it does is its role in the system that it's in. Its system role is what it does. What it does is what it is. Is, does is system. System is, does, is.
I think it's just a long
And so I am a tool. I am and a tool for what, you might ask? Well, when I stand in the pool and hold the glasses, I become a tool for pouring. When I get stuck in a flip chart, I become a tool for making you laugh. My identity and my behavior change, but I am always a tool. And you are a tool as well. And you are a tool, and you, yes, definitely, yes. You're all tools, and in a way, you know this already. Because you recognise that you're a different person depending on what and who you're interacting with. You may even have said the words, I feel like a different person when I'm with X. Now, this isn't just a turn of phrase, this is actually literally true. The fact that you are the you that you are in any moment is subject to your exact position in innumerable systems of effects. To put it another way, who you are depends on your properties and your behaviours. Your properties and behaviours depend on the systems and relationships you are part of. To put it another way, when you choose to change the systems and relationships that you are part of, you are choosing to change your future behavior, and you are choosing to change who you are.
I don't want to change.
That's great. Now, some of you may be thinking that it's beyond the scope of a juggling show to comment on the nature of free will and the existence of an objective physical reality. I disagree. And so for the final moment of this show, good people of Westport, I'm going to ask you all, please, very briefly, to close your eyes. Very briefly to close your eyes. I will tell you when to open them.
I can't see anything.
I can see you, front row. My eyes are open. Now, I've been thinking a lot recently, as you might be able to tell, about objects and about systems and about tools. I've been thinking a lot about the kinds of human objects and human tools that we are and could be. And I've been thinking a lot about what kind of tool I would most like to become. And so today, I would like to share with you my grand unified theory of juggling, the optimal human state for maximal affordances. Westport, please open your eyes.
You are pink pong man. What to like? Will you be playing a game with some boy? Yes, I could. Yeah, animal can do that. But no one can do that. Nope. Oh, that's a little Let's make some sauce.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to my show. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. Have a wonderful science week. Thanks a lot.